What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous video we talked about like the Algeria versus Kenya versus Algeria game, which went to overtime. We tied at 17 apiece. So this is the overtime. We're just going to be looking at it so you can see on the screen. 17 apiece. Algeria, they blew their lead. Kenya was able to come back down from like 4 point deficit. We're able to like play around that and be able to like get back. So in this video we'll just be looking at what strategies that led to the end result, so, and also give a rundown on what we saw. But in summary of the previous game, the previous video, I just feel like we just had a lot of grit in there, and we just made the right plays when it mattered and made those right shots. Like those shots, you just had to take them. You just had to have like players who were supposed to like take those shots, and we did them. So moving forward, I just feel like there's a lot, especially Alicia was able to like make a couple of shots down the stretch, although defensively he's not being able to like get on his own. But you could see like the shots that he took when it mattered. Those are the shots that led us to this point and led us to like the comeback. Man, Kojic he just looks gassed right now. Even he's just lying down and also drenched. But it's all good because the first game, the first Egyptian game wasn't the greatest, especially offensively and defensively. But you can see this one, the defense wasn't that bad. It wasn't like the worst. It was just like above average. But you can see the offense and making the right plays. It's a solid B plus in there, and making the right plays is an A minus. So full credit to the team, because man, I mean, you're facing other nations and it can be quite difficult, especially on 3x3. And what's going on here? It got tripped. Oh man, these referees, I don't know, man. Like it's like they had something on us, because right now like the foul count is at 10, and looking at the way like the game is going on, like it's not even getting any promising, because right now they're just gonna get like more free throws in there, and them getting more free throws is actually very disadvantageous to us, and the refs just kept allowing it. Like some of the Algerian players, even in the Egyptian game, like they were getting away with some flagrants, but man, it is what it is, man. Like they have like home court advantage. We don't have any home court advantage in there. But anyway, Kenya, Ben Salah is going in there. We have number 2 driving in hard, and he goes down hard. And he's just coming off like busting his nose. But honestly, the overtime was quite difficult, because there is a handful of like baskets that were made, and the end result just dictates, because not every like, oh man, this was crazy. Not every like basket might think went in, but this is actually one thing that is interesting. You could see where he has the ball from the 3, and he's receiving a hard screen from Elisha, and he's forced to switch onto Ben Salah. So you can see Ben Salah is really close to Aweru, and you could see like the way he was getting into his airspace, he's not able to release that shot, and it resulted to him being off balance, and the refs did not call this. So this is actually one thing that I struggle to understand. Did they call this? They didn't even call it. They didn't even call that. I mean, this is, ah man, this is sad. Like the refs were really playing against us here. It just looked like it was fixed, man. Like look at how awkwardly he would have even like snapped, or even like hurt himself. But the refs didn't call that, and it's Algeria's possession. Man, it's this is beyond me right now, because man, this is crazy. You can only beat them by the points now. Number 2 goes in, he misses it. He asks for the foul, but man, you could see like even the refs were they were trying to be lenient to Algeria, but us were just just being left there high and dry. But man, that was crazy. Uh, Koja, he has the ball in there, looking for that tight pass, and Brands, he goes in and scores it. I mean, that was a nice pass in there. You could see how making the right play in there and cutting, and you could see even from the video, the Algerian player was holding on to Brands to make sure that he doesn't move and cut the ball, and you could see the back screen set by Alicia, so giving Brands the free space to be able to gather and also make that layup. So that's one thing that was good, especially making the right play, and this was very, very important down the stretch, because making the right play, especially in 3x3 basketball, was the key to winning the games. It was not you can be skilled, you can be, have trained a lot, but making the right play and having like the quickness to know how to change up and be able to like find a way to score. That is one thing that is looked for, especially on 3x3, and that's a foul in there. I mean, Koja took a lot of contact in there. I mean, multiple bodies went down. Oh man, man, man. That was an elbow. Not sure why they didn't call that, but man, I'm pretty sure the players have taken a lot of hits. And even like Oweru is even talking to the referees, just telling them like what's really going on, and they're not even listening. And it's two free throws coming up, and it's just set up. I can honestly say this game was fixed, because the way the refs were calling, they were like being too lenient with Algeria to win this basketball game, and it just got stolen from the game, and the final score just tells you everything you need to know. And this was the last this was the last like shot that made the ball game. And honestly, even Oweru had to come in and try to talk to them, tell them like what they did was like not right, and they never even like listened. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I can say honestly, this game was just fixed in there. It was just fixed, and the game was just rigged so that Algeria could win. I know they're just defending home court, but the way they were calling the last possessions, you can even see like the free throws and the fouls that they were calling us on. They were calling on us. Those are the ones that disrupted the whole flow of the game. So yeah, it is what it is, man. I mean, you could chalk it up to like Algeria trying to be the elite team to beat us. They all had their moments, but looking at the way like the officiating was like down the stretch, especially in overtime, that's what made that's what like destroyed everything. But anyway, it is what it is. I saw a lot of grit, especially on the Kenyan team, and even the end result showed it. We didn't back down. Every possession we played pretty well to perfection, and making the right play is one thing that I liked about the national team, especially when they are playing Team Kenya. Making the right play in 3x3 basketball is very important. You can have the skill, and you can have like everything going on your way, especially when you're shooting, but make the right play. Making the right play and finding like the open guy who's cutting is what is going to help us like go deeper, especially even playing 5-on-5 basketball, because the players that are playing here, majority of the time they play 5-on-5 basketball. So we're just building up slowly on like half court offense, half court sets, mentality on approaching the half court, because we used to run and gun a lot. But if we have like players who are able to like understand and be able to like utilize the half court pretty well, it's a good sign, because majority of the time we'll be able to like build up on that. So yeah, I'm very happy. Okay, it's not good to lose, but man, we showed a lot of heart in there, and I must commend the guys there, because they played their heart out in there. Had Brands, he had 8 points. Elisha had 6. Dennis Koja, he had 3. Well, Jackson Oweru, he had 1 point. So you could see Brans was just all up there. Alicia's points, they really came in handy, especially down the stretch, and we couldn't do without like his production. Brans and Alicia were good in this game. Koja, he helped a lot, especially on rebounds, and Jackson, he was there. He made sure to like get open and try to make some good plays, especially defensively. So the defense isn't great, but it just needs a bit of improvement. So if you guys like the video, make sure to leave your feedback down in the comments on what you think, because man, this I mean, there's just so much like good things I've picked up on this game. So if you guys like it, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you never get notified on these videos. And I'm out. Peace.